All right, welcome back, GE115 students. This is your online lecture for the week. It's Tuesday the 1st. I want to talk a little bit about Blackboard first and make sure we're all good there. And then I'll move into more orthographic projections. Remember in the calendar, we're going to track everything as we go along. So Thursday was a big day. There was a lot going on. There was an intro that was due on 9/26. So some of you didn't get it done, so you got a 0 on it. That's not what we want. So you're gonna have to figure out how to keep track of stuff and get it done. Reach out to me if you have an intro that you want to do, and just do it. So in the calendar, you can click on these events, and you can see all of the events. So you were also supposed to try to upload AutoCAD onto your laptop or desktop and then post about that. Even if you're not going to do it, you were supposed to post about it. So that was due, or that is due on the 2nd. You still have time to get that one done. So I didn't zero anything yet. Lab 1 due on the 2nd. Some of you have submitted that, and I got to look at them. That's great. So I get good feedback on that. We had pretty good orthographic projection. Things were in projection most of the time. Some of you got your views a little bit offline. So I might have left you a note that said your views are not in projection. Some had some missing lines, some had some extra lines. So yeah, good though, very good. And now we're here, right? This is the online lecture, and then you're going to do a project. So the other thing I want to talk about is the grading area. You should be looking at your grades in the My Grades. This is a student view right now, and I'm the student, so I can at least show you how it works. I don't know if I've done stuff or not, but let me move me out of the way a little bit. Oh, I'm getting 91%. I'm doing pretty good, right? Looks like I got the intro done and it's graded 10 out of 10. Looks like I did not post anything for the AutoCAD install yet, but this means it has not been graded. It's not a 0, so you're still good to go. You can get it done, and that's because it's not due on the 2nd. Lab 1 looks like I got graded. I got 25 out of 30. This is a comment. So when I leave you comments and you got like full score, 30 out of 30, the comment probably says nice job or excellent or something motivational. If you got less than full score, then that comment is going to tell you why. So you should look at the comment. That should be important. And my comment to me was some missing lines in the front view. If then you can go to the front view and kind of figure it out, that's good. If you can't, then you need to get with me and figure out what lines are missing and what you missed. So you can learn from that and then not repeat. And then there's 2 things coming up. Oh, I don't know why there's an exam, but I'll get rid of that. Shouldn't be in there. But week 2 ortho is coming up, so we're good there. All right, let's talk about, I'm going to exit student view, slide me out of the way, maybe even make myself a little smaller. The assignment for the week and kind of a little more about orthographic projection and dimensioning. So I'll wait for the assignment. Let's do that. Let's do this part. So I think everyone was kind of understanding the glass box, but I want to review it because the views that we are thinking about are the front, the right side, and the top, okay? Standard notation for labeling your view is under the view. They put this out here, I think, just because they had other information, but front should be under the front view, right? And then top should be under the view. Okay, I'm going to look for that, and we should label our views all the time. These are in projection. The bottoms line up. The left side of the front lines up with the left side of the top. That means it's in projection. So please get your views in projection. Most of you did that, no problem. So we're looking good there. And then hidden lines, see how their hidden lines are? They're not super tiny. They're not really big. Like only 3 hidden lines show up here. Dash, dash, dash. That's fine. Don't make them super micro, and don't make them so big, obviously, that they don't show up. So, all right. I'm not going to go through true size and shape again. I do want to talk about dimensioning, but I'm not going to use this to do it, although this is really good information up here, right? Full shape description, full location of everything, no redundant dimensions. So I'll talk about that. Clustering, so we want to cluster things that are important, like the location of the hole is clustered down in this region, right? I didn't put the 14 and pull it way out over here. So we want to cluster. Arrowheads, we need to have arrowheads on our dimension lines, right? They can be closed or open. These are open. Closed would be just filled in. I prefer closed, but you can do whatever you want. Extension lines, that's these. These are extension lines. They can cross. This is perfectly legal. They should extend to whatever you're dimensioning, right? So don't leave a big gap. Leave a very small gap in here. The gap is about the size of the text. That's the guideline. And then dimension lines, these. Nothing can cross a dimension line. A dimension line holds the text. So we need to get a little better at dimensioning, but I didn't talk about it much last time. So I'm going to talk about more this time, if I can actually progress. All right. So this is a good drawing for me to talk about dimensioning. All the dimensions are placed well. They're off of the object, not on the object. So that's a big rule. We want to try with all our efforts to keep the dimensions off of the object, okay? So this is as close to on the object as we can get, where the arrow literally just points to the object instead of an extension line. So the 4 here, that points to an extension line, extension lines, right? So that's all good. This is clustering around the circle, and then the diameter of the circle or radius is called out in the same area. So that's clustering. Information that is kind of goes together, we keep together. Shorter dimensions go first, and then longer dimensions. So nothing crosses a dimension line. Okay? So this is done very well. There's no redundancy. In other words, I have the 16 here. I would not put the 16 up here. That would be redundant, right? I have the 8 here. I would not put the 8 up here. That would be redundant. All right, so we just don't double dimension. We keep it close to the object. Actually, there's a standard for that, and it is the first dimension line is supposed to be a ½ inch away. So this dimension line is a ½ inch from the object, and that's real dimensions, not any kind of a scaling dimension, okay? The other thing we want to start to do, and on this assignment I want you to do, is a title block. So this is a standard, simple, very simple title block where you set up an area down below. This is probably, I'm guessing this is an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch, and this text is 1/8 of an inch. So let's do that on our assignment. Let's hold our text to 1/8. I think that's what was on the assignment. I should probably check. Anyway, we'll check in a second. But I want you to create a title block. It should have the date. It should have a scale, because you're going to have to scale this exercise. You're going to have to reduce it to get it onto the paper. Notice that you don't put scaled numbers down. You put the real numbers down. This is 16 inches, okay? Who it's drawn by, it can be first and last name, whatever. The company name, it's the college, and then the name of the lab, okay? So yours is GE115, and then whatever I named the lab, 2D to 3D, or 3D to 2D maybe, okay? So that's kind of an idea about dimensioning. You're going to need the space, right? Space around the objects is really important for good dimensioning, so you don't jam things in. All of the text that you put down should have guidelines, so you keep it nice and straight. This was done on a computer, so no guidelines. You're doing it by hand, by hand. You can use a straight edge or a credit card or whatever you want to make nice straight lines. That's fine. but you're doing it by hand. You can do it on grid paper or on printer paper, whatever you want. And this is it, the exercise. So it says it does not call out the dimensioning text height. So let's go with 1/8 of an inch. Okay. And then also 1/8 of an inch in the title block. You have two of them to do, number 2 and number 3, 2 and 3. The arrow is going to refer to the front view. So we will all have the front view. So just like before, yeah, it's hard to move it up and down, and I'm kind of in the way. So just like before, you have to figure out the scale. So each grid is 6 inches. So that means that there's what, 2, 4, 6 times 6, 36 inches across here in the front of number 2. Okay. So you're going to have to figure out like, oh, the front view is going to be 36 inches. The side view is going to be another 5 times 6, another 30 inches. We're talking 66 inches, and that's without any space. So this is going to be a large reduction. Okay. You're probably going to have to use a calculator and a scale and just do the math to reduce every number you come up with to make this drawing. We want the front view, the top view, and the right side view. Okay. It's going to take a while to do these two. I want them on separate pieces of paper and orthographic projections and full dimensions. So give yourself enough space to get the dimensioning in and also get the views in, label the views, front, top, right side, and then get all the title block in. Okay. So this can be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of work. So good luck. In the end, it's going to look like this, but a hand drawing, right? You can use a straight edge. If you've gotten a triangle, then use that thing. If you have a ruler, use that, right? Try to keep things parallel and perpendicular 90 degrees. That's going to help. All right. This one, I believe, is due. I think it's due in class. Yeah. So you have a couple days to get it done. And we will come together on Thursday and look at them. All right. Have a great couple days, and I will see you Thursday.